All right. Well, we are live. So this morning, it's kind of a mess this morning, but we are obviously in our kitchen. So Jessica's got some canning to do this morning, and we've got to make a few things today for, we're going to head over to some friends this afternoon, this evening, and have dinner with them. So she's got to make a peach cobbler and some homemade ice cream and
finish my pickles.
Finished the pickle canning today, and then she made some, well, I can show you this one.
If you drop that.
You should be mad if I drop this, but it's a blackberry cherry pie that she made yesterday. So I'm going to take that and a peach cobbler with us and have all that. So we're on the phone this morning. We're hoping that this will not mess up on us today. So we're going to try and do this, and I'll see if I can keep an eye on the comments.
Well, I ordered what are those Wi-Fi extenders? But of course, and I did it Wednesday after our live stream. And I ordered like 3 of them. But hey, Lucas, I put that on your bag to take home.
These?
Yeah, but they're shipped. They're not here yet, so it doesn't do a lot of good.
I'm trying to get this where we've got her iPad down here, a tablet, for looking at the comments on. I'm trying to get it where it doesn't look as bad.
I hate that it's so far up. It has to be so far up there because he's so tall and I'm so short. I need to like stand up here.
Need some volume though.
I can do volume on. What do you mean?
I cannot hear myself.
You shouldn't hear yourself.
Oh.
That would be an echo.
Okay, well.
You don't need volume. It's quiet because we don't have anybody in there like usual. This one's going to run a little bit slower because it's off of our Wi-Fi, but that is off the internet for the phone.
Well, and I can use my phone too
They're right here.
Look at comments and stuff.
It's all set.
I'm just trying to see who is in here this morning. I know we've got...
I'm going to let you do the hellos. I have to run out too. So we have a shop refrigerator that I've got this big, huge, like, restaurant style thing for my cucumbers that are in the brine. So I'm going to go get that really quick. You hold down the fort.
I will, and I'm going to kind of use my phone too.
And hey, I've got an idea.
I don't like looking down.
Would you welcome everybody? Would you like?
I'm going to welcome everybody. I'm going to let them all know that
I think that's a really good idea.
Not saying hi to everybody. So, so anyway, looks like we've got Jesse and Lisa in here this morning. Good morning. And Jesse said that Creekside Maples actually reached their goal last night. So it looks like they've got all the money to go ahead and purchase their property and close on that early. So that is awesome. Thanks to a lot of you in here that helped out with that, and many, many other people. Looks like we got my son who signed in here this morning, Hunter. And we've got Danny over at Danny Days Homestead. Good morning, Danny. And Annie's Kitchen, Annette over in Australia. I would say good morning, but good evening over there. So I'm not sure what time it is there. I know it's late, and Annette is always in everybody's lives. So good morning this morning, good evening. Who else we got in here? We got Janet over at Homestead Where You Are. Good morning, Janet. And Danny, got Steven in here. Steven or Casey. I'm not sure which one it is. I assume it's Steven, but it could be Casey over at Mr. Boots and Bounty. I'm guessing that's Steven if it's Mr. Boots and Bounty. Who else we got? Tim Patterson. Good morning. That's Jessica's dad. He's over in the Philippines still, but he will be back here on Friday, Lord willing, and we get to see him. So it's been almost a month since we've had him here. So, but he is having a wonderful time over there with Miss Nancy. And we've got Homestead Love. Good morning up in Iowa. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. We got Becky in here, Jessica's mom. Hunter, good morning to Pawpaw. Hey, Chris and Larry Homestead. So, got Mayfield Ranch. Good morning, good morning. Thank you guys for coming in. Got Krubby the Beagle in here. Beverly Moffett, good morning. Looks like that's it so far. I'm at the bottom of the chat there for now anyways. So looks like we've got about 17 people in here right now. But again, we are in the kitchen this morning. Jessica has a bunch of canning and stuff to do. For those of you that just came in a little bit later, she's got to finish canning her pickles. And then we're like up to our ears in cucumbers, guys. So she did a bunch of canning and stuff yesterday. She's made, these are the dill stackers here. Hey, CNC Farm, good morning. You made it this time. You didn't miss out. Got Sunfish King in here. Good morning. You are indeed standing in the kitchen. Yes, we are, Danny. I am standing, and it might be a long time standing, but that's what I'm doing.
Hey,
So
get a chair.
Jessica has got all of her pickles and stuff. She's got to make a cobbler and everything today too still. So Lacey Family Farm, that's a new one. I have not seen that one. Good morning. Thank you for coming in.
Excuse me while I huff.
Are you gonna come in here and tell everybody
Whew.
hi this morning?
Listen, this is so heavy when I'm trying to carry it from the shop and it's like sloshing around. Yes, you can get some coffee. So the downfall, I don't think it's a downfall, but you might think it is if you're easily distracted. The downfall to having our live stream in our kitchen is that you see our real life, like we have children running around, that kind of thing. They know we're doing a live stream, so they do pretty well at keeping quiet. But are you making an iced coffee?
Yeah, you want him an iced coffee this
So
morning.
our 10-year-old likes
I wouldn't let him have one last night at like 9:30 because it was coming up on bedtime. So he wanted him an iced coffee this morning. So good morning, Nancy. Miss Nancy over in the Philippines. You gonna say hi, Miss Nancy Wyatt, and everybody else that's in here. So Lacey Family Farm says she loves your kitchen.
Thank you.
All the wood.
It is really pretty. It's tough to take pictures in, I will say, because everything wants to have a yellow effect.
Ha ha ha, Danny.
What, Danny?
She says grab a chair. Jessica will do all the work.
Hey, I just got called out for not doing all the work this morning because they said we need to get this little fence made for the raspberries. I have one raspberry bush that wouldn't fit in our raised bed area, so that's out here. He's like, well, you saw me do it last time. Why do you need me to do it? True. But I'm not good at like getting stuff in that rock hard dirt when it's dry this time of year. So okay, I need to cut
especially out
here.
back. It's clay. Go ahead and cut.
Well, you're just gonna see half my face, but as long as you can,
Let's say I can even turn
you
it
can
and
talk.
let them see
Well,
what you're doing down there.
The reason we didn't was because of the
Just making a
what
bunch
happened?
of
Oh,
pickles.
that's all right. Hold on.
So
Just put some goat
the
milk.
window, we're kind of putting it right here because that window puts off an awful glare. So Jessie says, Jessica don't mind doing it all. Nope, she doesn't. And I don't mind her doing it all, Jessie. So just so you know that. Oh, they can't see you down there, little buddy. You got to get up tall. Up the other one. Ah, there he is. We got Easton this morning, Mr. Camera Stealer.
Easton's a robber this morning.
He's a robber this morning. He went down and banged on Papaw's door to wake up Hunter and his friend Lucas, who stayed the night with us last night. And he banged on the outside door and said he was a robber. Indeed, he was. He wasn't lying. He is a robber of their sleep. So he woke them up this morning. Little munchkin.
Okay. Everybody out of my way.
You can't reach
Go on.
everybody. You want them to see. You got to stand by the stove.
Time to make pickles.
Stand by the stove. You got to stand back by the stove. You want them to see your face.
Papaw says, good morning, Easton.
Good morning.
You gotta say, good morning, Papa.
Good morning.
Say, good morning, Papa.
Good morning, Papa.
Say, good morning, Mimi.
Good morning.
Mimi's in there, too.
Hey.
And Miss Nancy. Tell Miss Nancy good morning.
Good morning.
You better tell Jesse good morning. I'm sure he's in there.
Yeah, Jesse and Lisa's in here. We've had a few others come in this morning. We got Eric from Kansas. Good morning, Eric.
Oh.
You've been out running this morning. I've been seeing a lot of your posts on Facebook and everything. Been doing all your runs, and I'm not sure exactly what the challenge is, but I noticed you've been doing a lot of practicing with your pistol and shooting and stuff. So
Go play, please.
got Bex 1959 and Tamara Brown. Good morning.
Hey Hunter, keep an eye on the time. We need to leave here at 9:40. So
Becky,
let me know
Mimi says she loves her boys. So
if you're not gonna argue.
Want to play games? Love you, Meme.
we are
Why?
Love you,
bursting at the seams in the garden.
Meme. Love you, Meme.
Okay, now it's my turn. Now it's my
She
turn.
saw your heart. So
Yeah.
the garden is just overrun. Obviously, the cucumbers are
I love
taking
you.
over, and the watermelons. I think we looked through there best we could, anyways. The watermelon vines and stuff are so big and bushy that you can't. It hides a lot of them that are underneath, but we can physically see at least a dozen watermelon in the garden right now. They're doing super awesome. Yeah, Eric says the garden is crazy. It is definitely crazy. So
Oh,
Things are-
watermelons growing good.
they are growing good, aren't they?
Easton, do
Things
you
are really
eat
starting to
watermelon?
happen out there. So picked our first tomato yesterday.
And then
Ripe
I'm gonna
tomato.
eat all the watermelon.
You're gonna eat all the watermelons.
Kind of like you did all my raspberries.
And then
This is the watermelon,
I got this idea.
and that's the chomp chomp. Chomp chomp.
Chomp chomp. We got this idea from Lisa over at Lazy Days Ahead.
I gotta get it in
But we
soil.
have started our celery from the old celery. So it's sprouted. So now it's time to get it in some dirt and see if we can grow some more celery. So
Question about the cucumbers. Do they need a trellis to climb up as they grow? The seeds I started in my greenhouse have started to sprout. You know, that's a good question. This is our first time doing pickling cucumbers. I know we've done cucumbers before, but like everything's just going crazy. We did do a trellis. I think they probably do better. It's nice because they all grow down rather than laying on the ground, but I don't know if they actually need a trellis. I think they probably do best that way. Danny says yes. So,
Smart.
smart. She's smart. She is smart cookie, huh?
Lacey Family Farm says, what's your favorite kind of pickle to make? Dill. Dill.
Well, that's
Always dill.
so. This again first. This is my first year doing pickling cucumbers, and so this is my first year doing pickles. And I watched the Homesteading Family, right?
Mhm.
Easton, stop.
Yep.
I
Carolyn.
watched the Homesteading Family. She did 5 different methods of making her pickles and tested them a year later to see which one was the crunchiest. And so I'm doing that method. So I pick them in the morning, cut off the bloom end, and then put them directly into a really cold salt water brine. Put it in the fridge and leave them there for 12 hours at least. But if I need to keep adding to, she says you can add them up to 7 days. And then I I make the little pickle juice that goes in the jar, which I did all of this yesterday, but I ran out of cucumbers, but I had some that I picked. So that's why I'm kind of like finishing it today. And then you put them in your water bath canner, and you have to hold it at 180 to 185 degrees for 30 minutes. And so that's what I'm doing. But I did spears. I did the Mrs. Wages dill pickle spears. And then I did the Mrs. Wages zesty bread and butter. What are those slices?
Yeah,
just the little rounds.
Just the sliced pickles.
And then this time I'm doing Mrs. Wages dill again because that's the house favorite. Stackers. Like
Per Tim Patterson Diddy's request, he wanted some Stackers pickles. So
Well,
she's
we're
making
just-
some Stackers.
hoping that everything turns out because I've never done this before.
We've made a whole lot of pickles, and if they don't turn out, we've got a lot of pickles that are wasted.
There'll be like
But
52
I'm
pints.
sure they will be just fine.
That's a
So,
lot.
hey, good morning, Dale. 9 Acres Family Farm
If
is
anything,
in here.
I'll find somebody who likes pickle juice and make those pickle pops. The kids like that.
We got Raquel over at Cottonwood Ranch. She jumped in here this morning. Good morning. And Cody over at Hog Deer 79 says, what's up? Found y'all in someone's freezer. Had your sticker on it. Cody got some stickers I saw. He posted on his community
Yeah,
page
where's
a
Mr.
picture.
Sunfish at this
So
morning?
he's in here somewhere. I saw him earlier.
That's so awesome. If you weren't here last week, this new to us channel, he's a bigger channel than us, but new to us channel jumped in and ended up, had found our sticker on Cody's fridge in his live stream, came to ours, and turns out we graduated from the same high school, unfortunately years apart. I'm the older one. But I'm like, that is mind-blowing. Everybody on here is from different places, and somebody finds our sticker on somebody else's. It's so
Cody
neat.
says sticker headed to a lot of people today. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw Cody's stickers.
Do we have one?
I'm sure
Do
we have one
have
coming.
one?
We should have one coming. So Dale says, "Old dill pickles, no sweet." We did
All
do
right,
some
now.
bread and butter pickles. Jessica did. She likes the bread and butter, Danny. So she's with you on that. So she does like them.
I need to know everybody's favorite pickle to make. Since it was asked to us, tell me yours. Because if I'm going to get a pickle just to eat out of the fridge, I really like it's like a sweet heat pickle. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Lacey Family Farm says, "I feel better now. My kids always go crazy on live streams. LOL." Also, my daughter even broke her foot out on the last one.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
Nice.
It's funny the things that happen when you're live. It's like, it's just life.
Yep.
Our kids usually aren't on. They might peek in and wave, but usually we're up in our office or somewhere a little more quiet.
We have Uncle G. Good morning. Audacity Dawning. There's some close neighbors to us in here this morning. They're just south of us about 35, 40 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the chat
How
here, but
come you're
it's
not doing it on here?
because that one, I don't like looking down at it that much. I like having it up here where I can see because this is the one that's videoing. So Byron at 12 Stones Ranch.
Ooh,
Good morning,
smells
Byron.
pickles.
He says pickles are a big deal.
That sounds like a Jesse comment. Y'all must be in the same joke category. That's
She
cracking
says
me
if they don't turn out, Chris says if your pickles don't turn out, chop them up and make relish.
Yeah. So Chris, I was on the phone with her because I called her in a panic because I got this proven recipe, but I needed to use, instead of making my own pickling spices, I wanted to use Mrs. Wages just because Jessie and Lisa sent me her spaghetti sauce thing and it's so good. So I thought, well, her pickles got to be good too. And so I called Chris in a panic, like, am I going to mess it up if I use this instead of my own homemade stuff? And so we were talking about that. And I was like, well, worst case scenario, I guess we'll just have a whole lot of relish.
Jesse says check out Chris's comment at 9:18. Is that the one I just read or? Yeah, relish. Make relish. So I got to stop you right here because Nick is in here with AZ Highland and Nick likes his shout out. So good morning, Nick.
No, wait. Hey, Nick. Good morning, Nick.
Got to get Nick's shout out in there. Mango habanero.
If we're serious, Glenn likes his shout outs too.
Where'd that comment go? It jumped on me.
Oh, mango habanero.
Somebody said a mango. I think it was that Lacey.
If you're going to share something like that, you're going to have to share the recipe.
Where did it
that
go?
sounds really good.
It was in there. I saw it. Mango habanero pickles. Those sound really good.
I definitely need a recipe. Do you
I'll
have a
say, if
video
you have
of
a
this?
recipe,
I'd got to have
Our
that.
email is gatheredtogetherhomestead@gmail.com. Go ahead and send over any recipes that y'all have.
You know what?
All of them. Just
So-
flood our email with recipes.
Last night I had 5 remaining jars already with like the seasoning in it ready to go and plenty of brine, but not enough cucumbers. And now I'm gonna have too many cucumbers and not enough jars. That's okay, because the good thing is they've just been in the brine for like 12 hours, so they
Hey,
can
Chuck.
stay longer.
Good morning, Chuck.
Did you get on Chuck's live stream yesterday? I missed it.
I did for a little bit, yeah.
Good. Okay.
And then I talked to Chuck afterwards. He called me because his rabbit did have babies
Woohoo!
yesterday. So he did go out and check, and the fur that the rabbits had pulled was moving. So Chuck did have some babies yesterday.
That's exciting.
Hopefully his other rabbit will have babies soon, and he'll have a whole bunch of them. So yes, I visited with him for a little bit about that. Got everybody saying good morning in here. Hey, Jen, Good Times Homestead. Chris says she always asks the kids, what's the deal, pickle?
Yes, no doubt. So the funny thing is, Easton's never had a
Mike's
pickle.
fishing home. Hey, Mike.
Hunter claims he doesn't like pickles, but Wyatt loves anything dill pickle flavored. So he like tried to claim one of my jars of pickles as it was sitting on the counter, and I'm like, whoa, wait, it has to sit for 2 weeks. You cannot just take that and run off. So
All right, I finally made it
He's
to the bottom of the
excited
comments.
for now.
So, awesome. Now I can kind of keep an eye on him, maybe right here on the phone
But you don't like, I like the
up here.
tablet because it's my eye level, not yours.
7 kits.
That's exciting, Chuck.
And I said, I don't know how to post the link in here. Jessica would definitely have to do that if anybody wanted to jump up, say hi. We're just kind of nonchalantly doing our live in the kitchen this morning. So if anybody wants to jump up, like I said, our garden is going
I know.
crazy right now. Our tomatoes and stuff are actually starting to turn.
There it is. Okay, hold on, because now I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Hey
So-
guys, can you quit hollering, please?
Got to calm the kids down there. Getting a little rambunctious downstairs.
Okay, so I've got it copied, but
Yeah,
I
but how do you
don't
comment?
know how to put it on there. That's a good question. We don't usually
Say, how do you do it?
do
Can you
this.
do it from here?
Well, I have to
No.
send it somewhere. I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
So you might have to turn the phone the other
Yeah,
way.
hold on. We'll just do this. And
Hold
see
on a second.
if that works. No.
No,
I
not
wonder
working.
if there's a more. Post a comment. Okay, got it. I'm getting this. We don't usually do this on the phone. Paste. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so not trying to be mean to anybody, but we are going to definitely people to jump in, but I'm not going to let in 6 people like I've done before, although we enjoy that. I don't know if that's what messes up our internet, because like we were talking, when we start our live stream, everything's fine. But then towards the end, which is when we have everybody jumped in, it doesn't work. So I don't know if that's the issue or what, but
Yeah, thanks, Danny.
if
Everybody
you
hit
want
that
to
thumbs
jump
up.
in and you're backstage and I haven't let you in, that's why.
Say, we had to try and figure this one out on the fly here this morning. We don't have our computer, so
Well, we do. We just didn't.
it's upstairs. But
Want
we're
to
trying to
use
hopefully
it.
not get kicked off our own live stream this time, where you all got to take over. So
At least we had awesome people there to keep it running.
hey, Backwoods Boys Small Engines. Good morning. So yeah, our garden is blowing up. Like I said, the only thing
tomatoes
that's
are
not really
starting.
blowing up is our zucchinis, which we are definitely fighting squash bugs, and we're losing that battle. So our zucchinis are kind of not doing so hot. We've been able to harvest 1 zucchini, and that was it. Dale says, "Oh me."
Oh, me is probably oh my.
I don't know if he's wanting to hop up or what, but I don't see anybody backstage, so I
Oh,
don't
gosh.
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesse says he's enjoying some cowboy candy
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
rude.
on his eggs, bacon, and toast.
Now my belly's gonna
Thanks,
growl.
Jesse.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So if anybody's backstage, I apologize. Make a comment in the deal. We cannot see if anybody is backstage.
Yeah, let me see.
So
Oh, look, it does say. Okay, check that out.
Dale, there he is.
There at the stream.
Hey guys.
Hey, good morning,
Ow.
Dale.
Look at us go.
So I don't have much time. I'm getting ready to teach class, but I want to come in and say hi to y'all.
Good morning.
So
Morning.
I'm getting excited about our gathering that we're looking at having. Have you been getting much
Exactly.
traffic? I know you said you were with a lot of the local people around there and stuff. So
Yeah, we're starting to get some, and I've been talking on other people's lives about it last night, and several people are interested. So I did get worked out some block rates at the Sleep Inn. If you get your room by September the 1st, you will get a block rate for it. And you mentioned gathered together or growing towards self-sufficiency gathering, and receive that discount.
perfect. And I'm sure Jesse seems to be really good about it. He's got a link. He must have it saved or something, or he types really
But where does
fast.
the link go to?
There it is. He just posted it. I don't know that it's necessarily a link, more so
okay.
just posting it, but he's got it saved or something. But yeah, October 1st of this year, 2022, we are having a Growing Towards Self-Sufficiency gathering in Fort Scott, Kansas at the Bourbon County Fairgrounds. It will start, the gates and stuff will open. You got to leave, Dale? Well,
I'll talk to you guys later. Gotta go.
sounds good. We'll see you.
See ya.
See you, Theo.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, and it's a gathering meetup for anybody who wants to come, not just YouTubers. We are putting it out there for everybody. We're getting quite a bit of traffic on that locally from people that are wanting to come and are really excited about it. We've had a few people ask us if we were going to go live, if it would be a live event. Yes, it will be live.
It'll be much more fun if you're there
Yeah, it'll be a whole lot more fun if you're in person.
rather than a live with just us.
We will have it live between Dale and Lisa and Gary and Cindy over at Pathways Homestead. Uncle G over at Audacity Dawning will be there.
There was some other
There
channel.
is, let me see. There's a new channel also
Look
that
at these while you're looking. You commented how our stackers that we bought didn't have a whole lot of
seeds.
seeds. Check that out. They're real nice.
You gotta find, there's our
That's a
deal.
good pickling pickle. Well, good pickling
It
cucumber.
is, where did it go? There it is. It's Prairie Rose Farmstead is another channel. It's a new channel. They're only about 3 weeks old. So if you guys haven't heard of them or seen them, go check them out. But it's Prairie Rose Farmstead. They're over there close to Dale and Lisa. They've been homesteading for several years now. And Dale finally talked them into getting their own channel started and videoing some of their stuff. So they did. I think they have one video up now, and it's kind of a garden tour video. So go check out Prairie Rose Farmstead and give them a thumbs up and a like. And they're supposed to be a part of it. Coming Down Outdoors, new subscriber. Well, good morning and welcome. Thanks for subscribing and following and checking us out. There's the link. Jesse just threw it up for that Prairie Rose Homestead Farmstead. So go check them out, guys. They're going to be a part of this deal also. And then also the Kansas Garden Guy is going to be there. So if you guys aren't familiar with his channel, go check him out. But he's going to be there and be a part of it also. Now if I can get back on my stream here and see my comments. So we had a few more people jump in. We got Mitchell over at Hendrickson Family Farms. Good morning, Mitchell. Looking forward to cartwheels and stuff. So yoga pant cartwheels. Anybody else wants to jump in, that link is up in the chat. So feel free to click on it. We are going to have kind of limit our panel to probably no more than 2 or 3 at a time, just hopefully to not kick us out of our own deal. I don't know if that's what the deal was last time, but it seems to want to kick us out some. So Dale, what do you teach? Eric from Kansas is asking. So Dale works for John Deere basically. So he teaches classes on how to fix some of the tractors and things like that. So he's over there teaching young minds and influencing people on all that. So he could probably tell you a little better. So there's Jesse posting that again on the Self-Sufficiency Gathering, October 1st.
And it should be on everybody's community tab too.
I say it's been shared out on quite a few community tabs. It's on ours. It's on Dale and Lisa's, Gary and Cindy over at Pathways. It's on our Facebook page also. And it's on Dale and them's Facebook page. It is also, I think, Tony over at Kettle Kitchen shared it out. Chuck and Belinda shared it out at Life with Chuck and Belinda. I think Jesse over at Lazy Days Ahead, Jesse and Lisa shared it. So there is some information out there where it can be found. If any of y'all want to share that out also, that would be great. So if I leave Perth tomorrow, do you think I could make it? Yeah, Annette, I think you can make it. So I think you should, Annette.
I was gonna try and pin that, but I don't know.
I could, Jesse's deal.
Yeah, I was gonna try and pin it to
I can do it. Let me know if that pinned it at the top, y'all. I think I got it, but pretty sure I did. Hey, Zany May, Spring Hill Farm and Garden. Good morning. Got Drunken Chef in here this morning. Good morning. If Chef's in here, I don't know if Shane's live is kind of winding down over at Farmer Freelance, but I noticed Chef was in there this morning. A few of you were in there this morning, so hopefully we didn't steal from Shane's live, but thank you all for coming over. Again, we are just in the kitchen today. Jessica's finishing up canning some pickles and stuff. So, hey, LB, Woman Outdoors. I'm too excited not to share. We just had our latest video hit over 1K. That's awesome, Jen.
Jen who?
Jen at Good Times Homestead.
Okay, that's what
Their latest video hit over 1K. That's awesome. Totally stole from Shane's live. We wasn't trying to, Jen. Shane changed his time, so we kind of share.
He used to be in
He
the
was
early.
early. It was like he was going live at like 6:30 our time, which didn't get into ours at all. But and we didn't get into his. But now since he changed his time to like 8:30, I think is the time he goes live now, 8:30 or 8:15. We are able to jump in on Wednesday morning a little bit, but obviously it does get in to where ours kind of clash with his a little bit, which is fine. We just kind of can't be in his at the same time. So
You mean you can't be in a live stream?
no, I'm not
Doing your own
Jesse.
live
I
stream at the
don't
same
have
time?
I don't have 4 different
You can't do it all.
screens up, so I can't do it all. Only Jesse does it all. So who else we got in here this morning?
That's what I did.
How do you post that link again?
It should still be copied, so just hold on. I gotta get these back.
I don't know how you did it. You click on.
We have people waiting to get in.
I didn't know that. It's
This is what
Chris.
happens when I walk away.
Good morning.
Hey, Chris, there's that ball of energy.
Glenn forgot me this morning.
I didn't see it. It's not on my computer, so it doesn't show me. It just shows that there's. It has like where it says guest. It shows 1, and I didn't see it.
What is that?
These are packages I was sitting and working on while I was waiting.
While waiting on me.
Look at all the work she got done while waiting for you.
I did. I got two of the 35 packages ready to ship out today for our giveaway we had last week. So that's what
I missed Chris's giveaway.
We had something come up that was unexpected. I remember that because I was like really disappointed. I don't remember when. It was on Wednesday.
Friday night. Yeah. No, I wanted to comment. I have had zucchini bugs, squash beetles this year too. Just horrible. As a matter of fact, I went outside yesterday and it looks like a ground squirrel stole one of my zucchini plants. Gone.
Oh no!
Every zucchini has been picked off of my plants, and one of my plants is actually physically removed from the ground. Gone. So
Wow.
That's terrible.
I'm like, really? Because I want zucchini this year. So hopefully one of the neighbors has zucchini growing and I can do a trade.
Zucchini is usually one of those things that like people get in a ridiculous abundance, and it seems like, I mean, the soapy water definitely works because they die, but you cannot take a break on it. And I almost feel like I should be out there each morning and each night doing it, and then taking the duct tape to the back of the leaves to get the eggs off.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been quite that on my game. Like I try and spray them down each morning, but I don't know.
We
I'm
did
about ready
decimation
to yank the
herb,
plant.
and the girls were literally just picking the bugs off and putting them in a jar. I mean, I had a jar, like a quart jar full of zucchini bugs. And I'm
I don't do any jars, Chris. Pick those silly things off, and I'm excited to wash them with my shoe because I'm so mad at him. He's like, wow,
I drowned them all. I was naughty. I was like, really? And then I fed them to my chickens, and the chickens are like, what is this?
Well, at least they died.
Yeah, they're
Hey,
gone.
Crazy Hillbilly.
But I'm trying to figure out where they all come from. Like,
Supposedly they overwinter in the ground, so they.
but I didn't
don't
have
know.
it last year. So it makes me wonder. I bought my plants though. My zucchini plants I did buy this year. So it makes
There
me
were
wonder.
probably zucchini eggs in the soil.
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering.
Nick probably sent them over from his place.
He may have. May have been Nick. His garden looks amazing, and right now mine just looks like a jungle.
Yeah, he's sending all of his bugs and stuff over to your place when he gets rid of them.
That's all it is. I'm telling you. Snakes, bugs. It is what it is. It is what it is. So
Well,
besides
I don't know how you're still awake, Chris, between Tony Kettle Kitchen's late night lives and
you know what?
Jessica had a sleepover the other day in Easton, and I was laying in bed and I jumped in. I'm like, it's like midnight, and y'all are asking questions, making each other cry, and
Yes, it was at midnight. Because remember, I'm Pacific time, so for me, it was still pretty early.
When he tries
for
to
me,
do
it
that
was
stuff in bed, and I'm trying to go to sleep, and I can see the huge light from his phone, I look over and I'm like, really? Like, come on. It's
Like,
bedtime.
Tony and Chris are on.
I was gonna say, Tony's on, Chris is full of energy. It's midnight. I'm over here half asleep, and Chris is just wide awake.
We
ready to
have
ball
TV,
I
though.
am. I'm wide awake all the time. And somebody actually messaged. Oh, who is it? Randy, Missouri Outlaw, messaged me last night because I posted something, and he's like, "Do you sleep?" And I'm like, "No, I have so much."
And you get up super early to get your stuff done before your kids get up. Oh my god!
I do. Like this morning, Rowan's already at work because it'll hit 100 degrees today. Is what our forecast was today, which is the first time we've hit 100 here. But we also had rain last night. We had a rainstorm come in. Finally, I actually had to disconnect a bunch of machinery because we had lightning. I kept getting notices while I was on a live, and it'd say lightning strike 2 miles, lightning strike 1.5 miles. And I'm like, I'm starting to unplug everything because
I saw you guys. I saw you on Tony's Live yesterday. You and Cassandra and Leanne and Dale over there. So
I kept watching because that storm was coming and I could see it. It was black clouds and just lights flashing everywhere. So
your volume went really quiet, Chris.
Mine did?
Maybe it's mine.
Oh yeah, it's because it's stuck under the thing.
Hold on. I gotta move it.
That's funny. Hey, look at this. Okay.
Better?
That's better.
So I'm so afraid of jacking something up. So I canned peaches by like a sciencey book of how to do it. It didn't come up with anything, but look at this. Okay, watch. They're like stuck together. Is that normal?
You packed them really well. That's all it is.
Okay. Well, because this one,
They just have no place to go.
see, it's all like movable.
Yeah, no,
this one's like,
you just packed them really well in there.
okay, well, because it's going into a cobbler, and if it makes anybody sick, I will never can ever again.
No, you will. You will too. Don't worry.
I gotta
No
run
one's
these
gonna
kids
get
sick.
No one's gonna get sick.
I'll take them. You can stay and cook.
Oh, you gonna take them?
I'm gonna run this to football camp,
What?
and Jessica's gonna stay here and handle this.
Bye, Glenn.
I have to move everybody down because he's got this so high. Oh my gosh, I'm just so short. Ooh, wrong way.
Me too. No worries.
It's like down to Jessica height. Oh, looky there. I don't have to look all the way up. It's crazy. Who knows? Maybe I won't do anything. Maybe I'll just take a Glen seat and sit.
No, I was just looking through everybody's comments. What else are people canning right now? I'm curious. What else are you canning right now?
Like I said, I've done a lot of pickles. I did peaches only because we went down to the Amish and bought some. We don't have peach trees that produce like that yet. In fact, most of the trees that we planted have died, so we're going to have to dig them up and take them back, which is a bummer. I mean, I'm glad they have a warranty, but like, we have to dig the holes like
It's
3 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm getting to where I should be able to start canning jalapenos. I don't know, maybe a dozen the other day, but that's not enough, obviously, to can. But those are coming up. but pickles are really the only thing I've had enough of or cucumbers to actually can. We got our first little tomato.
We were blessed with a neighbor bringing over about 30 pounds of carrots. So we're going to be canning carrots today, most likely tomorrow, and get those chopped up. And so that's going to be on one of our project lists to do, because I don't want them to go bad. But any produce that goes bad now, we got our meat pigs in, so they're just getting all the leftovers of everything. They actually got some yucky milk yesterday. And we're just so excited about that. I had a little too much milk and not enough freezer space. I've got to go rearrange again in freezers for milk. So because my freeze dryer is not working right now. It is not getting suction. I'm only getting down to 900 torr, and we have to be down to under 500 or so. And it's not.
Had my freeze dryer full the other day of some frozen butternut squash and something else. Oh, carrots and peas. And it was just rocking and rolling. Well, we had a storm blow through that flickered the power. So then I went down there and checked, and it had lost sections. I had to pull everything out, and I threw it back in the freezer. And then noticed that it was time to go ahead and do an oil change on it. So it was down for a few days to get that done. But I actually could be canning blackberries. We've gotten a bunch of blackberries ready. So I made the cobbler out of it, and then everything else I threw through the freeze dryer for this batch because I thought I can make, I want to powder it and do like a berry powder for my smoothies.
Nice. Excellent.
Your freeze dryer was down last time we talked. Has it just been down, or did it go down again?
It's been down. No. I no longer have a warranty on mine. Mine is 6 years old. So when I call in, it costs me every time. So I'm waiting. I was waiting for the paycheck and, just everything to shuffle. So once I have to call back in when they can bill me, because it's going to be a couple $100 for tech support. So
did you see though that Harvest Right is having a sale right now? It's like their scratch and dent sale.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think my dad's going to be picking one up for his house too.
Hi,
Danny. How are you?
I wanted to level out the playing field a little bit, just in case. So there's Jess, who's doing some things, and then there's Chris, who does all things, and there's me, who's lacking in everything. So
no, you're doing amazing. You have a fantastic garden. Your YouTube channel is
but as far as the canning thing goes, I just felt like Jess's response, she felt like a little belittled by the fact that she's only done pickles and peaches, and I'm like, wait, I was like, let me up here, let me tell how I've done absolutely nothing.
You're doing something.
You are doing something, and that's the thing is, I don't can very often. I actually just started getting back into canning this year. The Jammin' of June totally inspired me, because I went to just freeze drying dehydrating. And now I've made strawberry jam and all sorts of other things because I had an abundance of it. You can only can if you have an abundance of something. I'm
so hesitant because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm afraid, like Jessica said, if I do something and it makes everybody sick, and then I'm going to be like, I'll never do it again, because I just, how it is when you don't know what you're doing. Even though you have the book guiding you step by step, you're still in the back of your mind. You're like, I could mess this up terribly.
I think, I think the key is just making sure that your stuff is clean and following a recipe instead of making up your own, and you should be fine. But I had canned a bunch of stuff last year, not a whole variety, but I did tomatoes and salsa and some green beans and jalapenos and some jams. But it was my first time canning. And then I got in on a live stream of Leanne's, who had, was it something that was mouse toes? Is that right? And at that point, I was ready to go down and get every can out of my pantry and pitch it, because they were talking about all this botulism stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, now it's been a year since I've done it. I don't remember exactly what I did. Did I follow a recipe? Did I go off of just YouTube? And then I was panicking. But no, this year I've just followed a little recipe, and then I panic when I find something that's like, oh look, now it's breaking up. That's like all nice and stuck in there. I'm like, I messed it up.
Well, and my stepdad even said, that's the bad thing is they have like a bunch of blueberries like all over, and they're like, come pick them. You can get bags full and start your canning process. And I'm like, yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, do it. Just get a book so I can actually do something.
You can freeze them. It's all Brady asked the question. Do you use an electric pressure canner? And what's your feedback? I do not.
I don't. I don't
and the
either.
reason I don't is because my elevation is too high to use one. There's actually a warning on it that if you're over 3,000 feet or 4,000 feet, not to use it. And I'm at over 5,000 where I'm at. So no on the electric pressure canner. I do have two of the meat canners. And I'm actually going to be picking up a new one for pressure canning. But I cannot use an electric one. I do use it for cooking. An Instapot is a pressure canner as well. You can use that.
Really?
I didn't
know that.
Read your Instapot book. Seriously, you can pressure can in those. And it does all the directions, but I can't use an electric one right now.
What does this say? Hello from, is that
Might have to look into
Lola, Kansas? Yeah, you've got to be somewhere close. We're in Missouri. Don't feel bad, Danny. We all have to start somewhere. Start with something simple. You know what I did last year? Do you grow jalapenos, Danny?
Yeah, I've got one jalapeno plant. I don't have like an abundance of them because I don't eat spicy peppers that much.
I let so many jalapenos go last year because I just was up to my eyeballs in canning stuff. And then at the end of the season, I was like, okay, let's get some jalapenos. Stupid simple. It's a fresh pack. You just wash them, chop them, throw them in the jar, and I think it was just water even. I don't know. And then you pressure can it or something. I don't remember. But it was so easy, and I let so much stuff go like that. But you don't have to blanch anything. That's the part of canning I don't like because the blanching takes me forever.
Oh, and Jesse's saying that electric pressure canners are not endorsed by the USDA. Then I'm on the right track.
There you go.
Well, I had to blanch. I blanched my stuff that I froze.
Difficult, though.
No.
It's just got the little weight on top, and you follow the directions on what weight it needs, and it goes to town all on its own. Even the pickle recipe that I'm using, she used an electric water bath canner so that she can regulate her temperature. And she mentioned how it might be a little bit tougher if you don't have that. I threw my thermometer in there, which she said you'll want a candy thermometer. And it got a little bit low this time just because I was distracted. But once I keep it down on like between low and 4, I can easily keep it right where it needs to be for 30 minutes. It's not a big deal. Jen says, I made refrigerator pickles and jam before. That's all. I have all the gear. Well, maybe you can think of something that your garden is growing this year and start one more step. And if you don't like canning, don't can. You don't have to can. I like it. I was afraid. When we moved out here, Glenn watched right before he moved. He watched all these YouTube channels. I was like, oh, look, they're doing this and they're doing that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am set for failure. He's seeing all this stuff people are doing and I'm going to hate it. But I've enjoyed it, so I just keep doing it.
It's
Miss
not
Ann,
Lola,
good morning.
Danielle from Homestead Love has been canning since she's been water bath canning since she was 9. She says so. I just need to suck it up, Buttercup.
And I totally agree with her comment. She says, I feel that there are many people on YouTube that have created a lot of fear around canning that isn't necessary. Absolutely. And that's the thing is, as long as you are sanitizing things, no, you're good. As long as you're sanitizing everything and you're wiping your lids and you're following a recipe that's a preset recipe. I don't make any recipes up when it comes to canning.
Dude, that's exactly how I have to do is like Jess is doing because I don't have a pressure canner. Oh, I have an Instant Pot. I just now found out that you can do it in there.
Yeah, but don't do it. Now, Jesse's saying don't do it in that.
Most things can be water bath canned anyhow, like a lot of things. Not everything, obviously, but a lot of things. I said good morning, Mandel. I don't know if you saw she was in here. Iola. Yeah, on here it looks like an L, but I didn't know if it was an uppercase I. You never know the type. shoot, what were you? Oh, you were talking about the fear. It is scary because when you talk about botulism and like what it can do, I'm like, oh my gosh, I would be responsible for that. That is so scary.
Yeah, you know what? As long as you're following and you're doing the required,
Right.
there's no issues, and you can. I mean, if your cans in storage are older and they're bulging, you know, the lids, don't obviously eat those. So, but you know what? I've been over to my dad's pantry, that stuff that he's canned years ago, and it still opens and eats fine.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't want to store it obviously where it's going to be 115 degrees, and you know, you want to make sure that it's in a pretty decent temperature.
Sure.
Okay.
You know,
CNC
Glenn
farm.
saw the other day that Ball is no longer recommending, and I don't know why, but he had saw something that said they're no longer recommending to heat your lids. Because, like, usually, you know, when you're canning, you've got your liquid heated, and then you've got your little pot of water for your lids and heating those, so you're putting on hot lids. And I don't know why, but he said they are no longer recommending that. So I don't know that that's true. I don't know where he got it, but he did see it. So I don't know why they wouldn't, but check into that. I don't know.
But if you don't heat them, then they're not sanitized.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
wonder if you should sanitize. I don't know. I think it's probably just fine, but they're not recommending it. So check into that.
CNC Farm says
Annie.
start with water bathing, Danny. Less scary. And I totally agree. She's got blueberry sauce and topping. Exactly. I actually did pineapple sauce for ice cream the other day. And we can mix that
That'll be
in
good.
with white cake mix and make a pineapple cake as well. So seeing
Oh,
kind of
yum.
that's all water bath, and that's really super easy. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, I blended up my my pineapples that I had, and I had like 5 or 6 of them that were just overripe that someone had given the kids, and added sugar into it. And I actually followed a recipe out of the Ball book. And it was super simple. It was almost like making a pineapple jelly or jam is what it was. And it was a little bit more liquidy. And oh my gosh, Berlin was just sitting and eating it.
Speaking of Ball books, though, so I have the new Ball canning book. And then I have some USDA canning book, something that Leanne had recommended that she had. But that new Ball book, although it has some really neat recipes, I feel like it lacks in having your traditional simple recipes. Like, for instance, when I wanted to do like jalapenos, I don't think they do just jalapenos. So then you have to find out where to can the jalapenos. Like, is the old Ball book got kind of those plain Jane simple canning?
Not so much. The Ball books tend to have a little bit more interesting recipes.
I'm down,
Not
Jen.
lie. I just
USDA one has
Do it.
more of the other. Of
the
the
USDA one is the one I used for my peaches, and that was fine. But like, I wanted to make a peach jam or jelly, and I don't think that they had that. I don't remember. But CNC says start with water bath. Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah, I wanted to let them know that I did acknowledge what they said. Thank you.
Jen says, "Yay, Danny, let's water bath can something. First time challenge." Yeah, and then you
Bye, Mitchell. I can't wait
my
for your
video.
live.
Sorry, I'm
So
trying to
I
get
told
down
her,
there.
let's
Oh,
do
I
it.
just lost
I'm
it.
down.
I missed them all. I just hit the button. Sorry. Okay. Good morning from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Good morning. You can
That's who I was waving at like
can
5
to
minutes
water
ago.
bath can, but you cannot use a water bath can or a pressure can. Yes, absolutely. For sure. Can you use any big pot to water can? To water bath can? Yeah, it just has to be a large enough pot that you can get the jars completely underwater with 1 or 2 inches of water above them.
Good
And you
nerds.
generally want to have some kind of like a metal, what is it, like a tray that goes underneath
Yeah, a jar rack. in
a
it.
rack. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
and if Jess,
So the
turn, because
yeah.
you've got one on your stove right now. That one is at Walmart for like $25.
And they're not that, they're not expensive.
With
They're
the
not
rack.
fancy. Just a big old big old thing. It's huge. And you can buy smaller ones than that. I just figured I'd rather get the big one and put as many jars in there as possible because I'm not somebody like right now I've got 5 jars in there and that just kind of frustrates me. I prefer to have that thing full. Like if I'm going to be in here, make it worth it.
Yeah.
See you,
I need to
Henderson
get one of those.
Family Farm. I know you guys already said bye, Mitchell. Sorry. Oh,
You're just behind. I'm just reading them too. You're just behind.
as long as it has a lid, yes. Okay, I think that you all have a great ideas about canning. Thank you. We're trying. I'm trying. Everybody else does a lot more canning than me.
Except for me.
Emily says, hey, Emily. What canning book do you recommend for a beginner? Well,
Do you
I
have
think
yours
I'm
right
pretty
there?
bad at this. I'm a beginner. Let me
Hold
go
on,
grab.
I was gonna say I'll just go grab it.
Everybody disappear. Get your books. Hurry.
I'm running.
I have this one, Complete Guide to Home Canning. Where'd everybody go?
We all ran away. This is the one that I love. Yeah, that's the
Where's this one, Chris? We have to all 3 match.
I don't know.
See,
One of the kids walked off with it. I don't know where that
You've
one's at.
got the old ball canning one. This is the new one. I want to know if that one has
Okay.
more recipes this one doesn't have, or do they just add 2?
I don't know. This says 400 delicious and creative recipes for today.
I think
I
I made.
Here's
Yeah.
my sign. You see it says jams and jellies, and you see what's in there?
Uh-huh.
Blueberries.
So I have that one as well. I do have that one, and that's the other one that I've gotten. It wasn't sitting with this one on my shelf, so I don't know what happened. But this is the one that I found the pineapple recipe on. This is the one that I had the strawberry jam, black pepper jam recipes in this one. So there's an easy jalapeno jelly in this one. I mean, this has got
See?
some great recipes.
I may order that one just so I have it too. But definitely the Ball Book of Canning seems to be what like everybody recommends and uses. So I bought
And
that.
the USDA one is the one I use for my plain Jane stuff.
This one, I have a love-hate relationship with. I love that it has your simple stuff in it, and it's not fancy for when I just want to put like a single item in the jar. But what I don't like is it doesn't entice me. Like there's no pictures. It's all like blah, but it's got the information that's needed, and it's in one book, and it's not expensive. So definitely would recommend the USDA one and the Ball one. Yeah, I keep skipping. I don't like this. No, I'm back.
County 4-H Extension Office is not helpful.
What?
So, I need to go get the blueberries.
The people that are in there are not helpful. I should put it that way.
Oh.
I've worked extensively with FFA and 4-H and in there, and the master gardeners are in there. It's very my way or no way. So I don't use them. Just because of experience. But that's not just yours isn't. You're caught up, yay! But so yes, go definitely check out your extension office because they do have some pretty amazing information. I actually call one that's outside of my county for certain things. But they will have some recipes and they will have some help for you. So definitely.
So what she has there, that's a water bath canner. That's not
a water bath
steam
canner.
Chuck
A
is
pressure
wanting to
canner.
know, a
If you
steam
want a-
canner. Is that the same? That's the same as a pressure canner, right?
Kind of.
A steam canner?
Yeah, it's kind of a newer thing that you can do. You only put a little bit of water in it. I'm not going to do something else. I have a garage full of kitchen equipment on shelves.
I will say that the canning equipment itself kind of takes up a little bit of space. So if you're trying to not double spend on money and double use on space, just get you a good pressure canner. Then you can use it as a pressure canner or water bath canner, and you're good. steam canners, yeah, I don't know anything about that, so I won't even speak on that. If somebody knows something about them, you can. But I will say in all those like canning books, they don't have any information on how to use a steam canner. So I don't know if there's specific recipe books for that, I'm sure, but
And
Dale says steam canner is awesome.
Yeah.
then she probably has a good book on what to use too.
And
Jesse,
Annette, I got both of those books on Amazon, just so you know. Both of them were there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, Amazon for sure. And also, I think Thrift Books would have it too, but if you have not heard of thriftbooks.com, THRIFT, that has been like my go-to book source lately. Any kinds of how-to books, old school ways of doing things. You can get old books that are used. You can get new books that are very reasonable, and they offer all these rewards that you get free books. It's really phenomenal. Jesse says, the reason I say that lids do not have to be heated in water anymore is because nowadays the sealing compounds don't need to be softened in order to get the seal to stick or seal. Well, that makes sense, but I do kind of like it to be freshly sanitized.
Oh,
Me.
Brian, my channel's Chris and Larry Homestead. It doesn't show. It just says Chris from Chris.
Oh, sorry.
That's great. It's not your fault. It's
The freeze dry queen with a plethora of information.
And says to use the steam canner exact same way as a water bath canner. Good to know.
Oh, excellent. See, I didn't know that. It's not been on my list yet.
Except for with less water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Glenn leaves, and the number of people in here goes down. Don't know. Flicker Hill Homestead, good morning. So this is the next thing that I have to learn how to do because I enjoy cooking and baking. I generally don't struggle with it. Pie crust. I used my Nana's never fail pie crust recipe and I failed it. So this is my pie crust.
Oh,
I know. My mom is supposed to come teach me how to make a pie crust. And I asked her if she would do it this week, but I've yet to make that happen. It'll probably be next week, but I have to learn how to do a pie crust that's good. Yeah. That's trouble.
Do you have a video on how to make your own pie crust, Chris?
I don't think I do right now.
There's
Well,
a
we
whole
might
lot of
need one.
videos. There's a whole lot of videos out there, and I'm totally doing things on YouTube. When I have someone directly in my path that knows how to do something, I would like to use them and have that relationship than just the YouTube and my mama knows how to do it. So can you teach me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, pie crust isn't hard, but there are little tricks. It has to be cold or this, and I messed it up.
Yeah, super cold butter. I chop my butter up and fold in. Because
I hope somebody else in the chat heard that. Did y'all not hear that weird moment that there was an audio and it almost sounded like, okay, well, maybe it's all right.
What was it?
It was weird. Like you were talking.
It was aliens, but
Yeah, it sounded and then it sounded like a man's voice just for a second. And I was like, what was that? There's no man
I saw
in
your
there.
face go like that.
Yeah, I was like, what was that?
That's funny.
Okay,
No,
maybe
I
it's just
didn't
on my
hear it
side.
at all.
Maybe I need to get out the olive oil. I don't know. I mean, don't think I won't.
That's
yeah,
funny.
it's Jesse's saying you should still clean and sanitize your lids. Each type of lid has manufacturer instruction on how to do this. Follow manufacturer directions. Absolutely, because that way everything is clean.
There is a radio station popping in.
There.
Oh,
Here now.
it's you.
Me?
It's you, Jack. Yeah. Somebody's got a radio station popping in. Is that what you?
It's
You
got
were
to be
like-
something like that. It's like
I muted the mic and it didn't take
there's like some sort of interference.
Yeah.
very, very broken up. If it's
It's you.
That's weird because I still hear it, even when I'm muted.
See, and I don't hear anything except for you being a robot. So
I know, Chuck. That's what I said. Let me get out the olive oil. He said it's possessed. Let us pray. I know, right?
it says it. Yeah, and
When I
Is it
first heard it,
doing
that's what I was like. That's kind of creepy.
Is it still doing it?
I think it's just you.
Still though?
Okay, I'm gonna hop off of here and maybe it'll help. That way her internet's not having to support.
That's weird.
See, I'm gonna escape, and you can bring up someone else as well.
Right. I'm
have to
gonna
get
go.
I have a list to get through today, you guys.
I have to upload a video, so all right.
Well, Jess, I will see you soon. Danny, it's so good to see you as always. Bye for now, you guys.
Bye.
I don't hear it. And I turned off the tablet, so you'll have to tell me. We're gonna end up having to like bail on this live stream thing. Everything gets messed up. I don't know why. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Bye, guys. So am I still making funny noises? I don't know. Now my chat's gonna be slow. So it still sounds weird. I'm waiting for a response. That's weird. So apparently my live streams don't like when I have other people on, which is frustrating because we like having people on. I wonder if I can only do like one person and not more than one. I don't know. Hopefully everything will change once we get those Wi-Fi extenders. I really hope they're going to have good reviews, and I ordered like a pack of 3. So I don't know, do you just put them all around your house? I don't know, but that's frustrating. I don't think it was yours. Apparently it was mine. I don't know. I definitely do agree stepping away and praying more, regardless of whether the YouTube is messed up. Just some lagging. Yeah, our internet sucks. So that's why we did it on the phone today. That way it was just our phone internet. Okay, let's see what happens. I got somebody wanting to come in here. It was just our phone internet. Okay, let's see what happens. That's you for sure.
You're on.
What?
I'm playing with you.
Funny. Not funny.
No, it
But
was fine.
now
Now I hear it pop every now and then now. So it may be something to do with the stream. Maybe something to do with the stream. I'm not sure.
Well, every week it's doing it.
Y'all need to get some new services. All I can say.
We use AT&T internet, and then they have a newer one out here, but I checked into it, and it was going to be, so I don't know a lot about this internet thing, but it was going to be the same amount of internet that we get now, but it was going to be $10 more a month cheaper. But if it's the same amount, I mean,
Wait, hold on. Stop. It's going to be $10
more expensive.
You said $10 more cheaper. What?
$10 more expensive.
Okay.
Which is fine if it makes it faster or work better, but I don't know how that works.
Well, I don't hear it popping now. Oh, it just popped. Now, as soon as I said that, it popped.
That's weird.
Yeah. So when you talk, it kind of little like a little vibration.
That's so bizarre. I don't know why.
Yeah. And you're not on fiber, right? Fiber optic?
No, but that's what I was talking about, that the fiber is $10 more a month, but it's the exact same amount. Typically fiber optic is a million bits per second or more. Million bits per second. And right now you're probably about 500 to 700,000. So I don't know that fiber optic is going to be the same as what you got now. Fiber is always faster.
We don't have
I'll
fiber.
have
We
to-
don't have fiber either. We're waiting for it to get over here in our area. But when
We
it
definitely
comes out
have
here,
it.
we have
When
good
we-
we have good service. But we want fiber. I want fiber.
Well, I'll have to look again and I'll ask you about it because, like, right after our live stream last week, I jumped on and I looked at the price. But, like, let's say this is so stupid because I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's say it was like 5 gigs of internet or whatever. That's already what I have. And that's what they were advertising. But I was going to pay $10 more. So I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid if it's the same amount.
Yeah, so it's because you're wanting download speed and upload speed. That's what you're wanting. And what I had before was terrible. Mine's better now. I had the AT&T folks come out and they replaced my router. They replaced they replaced my hard line. So I'm doing good now. But it was taking me 8 hours to download a video, and now it takes me less than 30 minutes.
See, I use my hotspot to download anything because if I use our Wi-Fi, it takes forever. But do you think those Wi-Fi extenders will work?
I think the Wi-Fi extenders will help you as far as reach to be able to get to the internet, but I don't think that helps your speed. It just helps you.
Well, I just wasted $100 on that then.
No, it helps you with your the ability to use the Wi-Fi within your house. You know, instead of, before you probably couldn't do it on the porch. Now you can probably do it on the porch because you have the extender. It just extends the range of the Wi-Fi. That's all that does. It does. I don't think that has anything to do with speed.
Well, see, when we do our live streams, we never even use our home Wi-Fi. We use our phone internet because
you're using the 5G.
The Wi-Fi sucks.
Right.
NJ Fisher, Fishing Maniac, welcome. Good morning. Brian Stansbury says, "Isn't AT&T Uverse fibrotic?" I have no idea.
Our Uverse, when we had AT&T Uverse, it was all through the phone line. But they do have fiber optic, but I'm not sure. It depends on where you're at and what service they
We're out
provide.
in the boonies.
Yeah.
So
We're in
kind
the suburban neighborhood in Houston, and our area still didn't have it fiber. No, for AT&T. Now there may be like Xfinity or some other company may have fiber out here for that, but we don't have AT&T fiber.
Well, I know that they specifically said that they don't service our area anymore. That they only do just because they already had been.
That's right. I'm back.
It's probably not the latest and greatest stuff, would be my guess.
Yeah.
McCall.
Hey, so going back to your canning questions and stuff, I had Lisa back here on my back shoulder here telling me stuff, but on the lids, it doesn't say that you should not sanitize your lids. They're saying you don't have to heat them up anymore. You still need to sanitize them. You still need to wash them and let them dry, let them clean. Yeah, you need to clean them. The thing is you don't need to boil them like we did in the past. Now, Lisa still does it because she does it out of habit. She's been doing it for years like that. But she's not doing it because she has to. She's doing it because she wants to. With the new compounds they have on those lids, it doesn't hurt it, but the new compounds they have on the lids are such that they're going to seal a whole lot better than the old days lid compounds.
I heat them when I'm using them to sanitize them, and then because they needed to be warm to put on anyhow. So it just kind of kills two birds with one stone.
Exactly.
But good to know though that once they're obviously clean, you don't have to heat them to use them. Yeah,
if you follow the manufacturer on the Kerr or the Ball or the 4 jars, if you follow their instructions, they're basically they all say to wash and clean them and let them dry.
Sure.
But if you want to clean them or sanitize them with a little water and maybe some vinegar or whatever, and then put them in hot water or let them soak in hot water, that's fine. It's not going to hurt them. But it's not. They're saying it's not a have to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I always put vinegar in my water bath canner because our water out here is hard, and so
it helps with the spotting too. Keeps the spotting down on your jar. You pick up a jar and it's got all these spots, water spots. Yeah.
Yep. Ours get like cloudy looking from.
Right. But those peaches you did look great. Oh, we lost your vocal.
It's my phone rang.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your peaches look awesome.
Thank you. I wish they were homegrown, but I'm getting ready to use them to make that cobbler.
Good thing you showed that jar. 'Cause when I said your peaches look awesome, I didn't want people to think something else. You know how these people are nowadays. Thank you for showing that jar.
You know what's funny? I was at the grocery store yesterday, and one of the guys that works at the grocery store is interested in taking care of our animals whenever we go out of town.
Oh, really?
And so my uncle had been talking to him about it, and so I told him last time I was in there, I said, well, our neighbor kids usually do it. I'm just going to see if they're available. If not, then I'm going to be hollering at you. Well, the kids are going to be out of town. So I went into the store yesterday and I was like, well, this is weird because I need to ask him for his phone number. But all these other people around are going to be like, why does she do it? So I was like, Justin, I need your phone number for feeding the animals. So I'm like, sure have nice rumors going around about me in town.
Her peaches.
Somebody's always calling. You're a very popular person, Jessica.
It's a business number. So
Yeah.
Growth. Hopefully.
no, that's an out-of-state number. So it could be, but
If
probably.
somebody wants a new roof.
Usually when I get multiple calls like that from the same number, it's because our business, we have 3 or 4 phone numbers listed, and so they'll run through the line of every number.
Hey, Brenda.
I
He
got
says
you.
hi.
So
Nice.
going back to your animals, so when you go out of town, your dad doesn't stay there? Is he not there to help you out?
It depends if he goes with us. So we have a family trip coming up.
Oh, okay.
I lost her again.
Oh, holy.
Yeah, see, now it's starting to crack again. So it has probably something to do with that phone line.
That's frustrating.
Yeah,
All right, well, we're gonna call it quits for today then.
that's good. I don't want you. Yeah,
Okay, guys.
we'll see you.
Bye.